The eruption of Mount St. Helens on May 18, 1980, was one of the most dramatic geologic moments in American history.
Friday, the 13th.
We are awed, and rightly so, by the forces of destruction at loose in the world in this nuclear era.
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes! Unbelievable.
John Lennon, singer, songwriter, leader of a musical group that led a generation. Earlier this week he was killed. Today, New York and the world mourn.
Fans waited and debated over which of the plausible suspects had pulled the trigger.
Take a number.
From any number of bamboozled oil barons
I'll get you for this if it's the last thing I do.
to JR's neglected, long-suffering wife, Sue Ellen.
Tell me, JR, which slut are you going to stay with tonight?
He told me you killed him. No. I am your father.
Not true.
I don't understand. What do you mean kill you?
Me? Kill me? Start here. Kill me first. Do me a fucking favor. Because you're driving me crazy. You're a killer. You're a big shot. Just kill. You're a killer.
Excuse me, what do you mean by you, though?
President Carter won a major victory today in his bid to boycott the Moscow Olympic Games because of the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan.
Here's Johnny.
Another one bites the dust.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and we're going to look at game number 19 in our 20 from 1980 series. And this game was created by Midway in 1980, and it has some really crazy sound effects in it, but that really adds to the feel of the game. It's what I like to call a reaction game, and this is called Space Zap. And I call it a reaction game because you have to press a button right after something happens. Kind of like Whac-a-mole, where you gotta quickly whack the mole as it pops out of the hole. You have to quickly press a button to react to something that happens. And as the game progresses, it gets harder and harder. And you have 4 buttons to move a cannon around a space fortress that you're trying to protect. And you have an extra button to fire a laser. And the laser is super fast. And there will be enemy cannons that will shoot space mines at you. And note that there's a color overlay. It's this funky green and yellow Mountain Dewy kind of color combination. But that colors the center of the screen. And yeah, you need to keep enemies from shooting space mines through your fortress, which will destroy it. And if you play 2-player play, it's just alternating play is all. But there will also be a satellite that flies around, and if you take too long to destroy it, it will fly through the center of the fortress and kill you. So right now the action is very slow, but it will get manic later on in the game. And early on, you can easily maneuver your cannon around to destroy the space mines in time. And there is that satellite I was telling you about. He's pretty easy to destroy. Wail on that laser fire button in this game. But be awfully ready with those, with the buttons that move your cannon around. You'll just notice the difficulty really start to spike as you get further and further in the game until it's like just about unplayable. I remember seeing this in I think a couple arcades. One of them was at an arcade that's it was not far from where I live right now. that arcade did not last very long at all. I think I saw this at least one other place, and I can't remember where, but it was kind of a cool idea for its time. But yeah, the manic sound effects really add to this game, to the fast-paced nature. But yeah, don't worry about that satellite. It's pretty easy to destroy. It's this part that's really hard. You can get an extra life, or an extra fortress, or extra base, whatever they call it, at, I think it's 75,000 points. Oh, I just barely destroyed those space mines in time. But yeah, this was a tough game back in the day. I think it was either before or after this was released that there was a version for the Bally Astrocade. I forget what the name of it was called, but it was just like this. And the graphics were very similar because it was Bally, in cooperation with Midway that made the Astrocade. I never really played that system. And there's my extra base, my bonus base. When you die, when you lose a base, oh man, that's so close. There we go. When you lose a base, the action gets easier for a little while, much easier. And then it'll revert back to the manic difficulty, or the difficulty where you left off, right here. Maybe it's still a little bit easier, but it'll pick up just like that. But yeah, this game's really difficult. If you like looking for difficult games of yesteryear, this is definitely one. I think the space mines are 250 points, and the enemy cannons are like 500. And that satellite is, I think, like 2,000 or 3,000 or something. 2,000. But, oh my god, that's just so fast. Wow, I can't believe I got this far. This might be the best game I've ever had on this. I didn't really play it much in the arcades. I played it more through MAME. It just gets too fast for me. But it's definitely a game worth checking out. I hope you enjoyed the opening montage for my 20 from the 1980 series, and the further you get in the game, the quicker the satellite will try to cross through the center of your fortress, but he's still easy to destroy. We'll look at me getting destroyed by the satellite later on. But I love that manic explosion of your base. And we got a new high score. But I will change the opening montage for the second half of my 20 from 1980 series with new things from the year 1980. I hope you join me for that. It'll be kind of cool. But that is Space Zap by Midway in 1980. Very tough reaction time type of game. And yeah, now we'll look at the satellite crossing through your fortress if you take too long letting it fly about. There we go. But that was Space Zap by Midway in 1980. That was game number 19 in our 20 from 1980 series. And I hope you join me soon with game number 18. Thank you for joining me for my 20 from 1980 series. That's kind of fun. I enjoyed doing this. Well, I will see you soon with game number 18. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.